my first question before we get to that, though, one of the things that I know I talk to people about when we talk about conflict in the workplace is our perception of conflict. Can you say a little bit about how our perception of conflict has an impact on how we actually go about managing conflict, whether it's effective or ineffective?
Yeah, there's so much around that, and again, so many
Mhm,
threads, but most
mhm,
of us, we haven't really thought about it. We just hear that word, and some of us
mhm.
are pretty aware, and we say, "Well, I know that I'm conflict avoidant. I just want peace,
Right.
and so I really know that I avoid." And we avoid it, or if we're uncomfortable with it, it's because of how we our narrative about conflict. And I've had these
Mhm,
narratives as well, that it's a win, like it's a win lose, it's a battle, it's a
mhm,
clash, they're my enemy. And as long and if that's unconscious, if you don't understand
mhm.
that that's what's kind of going on in the background, you're going to be really afraid of conflict, and you might even be afraid of your own aggressiveness toward it. So how I started this book really was to say, I don't really say embrace conflict, it's going to give you, I
Yeah.
mean, let's get real. It's like I said earlier, I'm a
Yeah.
little more cynical now, and I used to, I probably would. So let's just embrace it, and we just know.
Mhm.
But I just say now it's about facing the fact that if you're a leader, you will have conflict. You will have to
Yes.
handle conflict, and most people don't realize that. So
Mhm.
what I'm saying now is that if you look at conflict as simply opposing drives, desires, and demands, the way that I visualize that is two arrows kind of going in opposite directions,
Mhm.
so that if you can depersonalize it, even though you may for a moment feel that that person is against you, or they're an enemy, or that you need to win this one and you're kind of loaded for bear, just say, okay, so they have opposing drives, desires, and demands. We're not aligned. We're not going in the same direction. But then this makes me curious. What are their desires, drives, and
Mhm.
demands? And they may not even be aware of that either. Maybe they do love to win and love to argue, and there's that drive. Maybe there's something within the budget that you don't know about that they do. And if they don't get their way, they're not going to accomplish something they've been working on for 10 years. So until you get curious about what are the opposing drives, desires, and demands, and what do I really desire, and what is my demand? If I don't know those things, I'm going to walk into conflict afraid of conflict. So, first of all, it's about how you define conflict.